Hello guys and welcome. Today this is going to be my personal take about Ashes of Creation. And you guys probably know me, I have a gaming channel for like 7-8 years now. And I was always fan of, mmorpg and MOBA style games. And in this video I wanna use this opportunity to talk about Ashes of Creation. And do you guys remember, this is probably the sole biggest reason why we love MMORPG games. They are massively multiplayer online games, a sense of community, something new, something exciting, right? And this is why we love games like Ashes of Creation, Arcade, Riders, Dragon Nest. Like there are like hundreds of different MMORPGs over the years. And MOBA style games, which is basically a fight of characters on different fun community made maps.
Koi has all of his mana still, which is smart. Good stuff, Koi. Glad you have the thing on you. Yo, the roll jump downhills is disgusting. Triple Rabbies. I'm trying to save my mana for disengages so I can stay max range on this team. Wherever PP is awesome? Okay, I never heard of it. Maybe it's awesome. It's an old game, right? Isn't it very old? Please, bro! This is such a long fight. Oh my god.
But now that we also have to include capitalism and franchising in the mix. Franchising has pretty much destroyed esports. They handpick all their teams and they don't organize real rankings and tournaments. That's why we don't really have real sports and esports anymore. They got greedy, they see a big opportunity, and so Ashes of Creation, right? I was actually really hyped for Ashes of Creation, like a new exciting game. I saw some guys, playing it on YouTube. For example, I really love Aroli, he's a great streamer, content creator. Let's see. Sometimes I can't find him, I don't know why.
To get to max level, and the combat feels very good. Very responsive. I like having a stamina bar. Dodge rolls are good, dude. Giving a movement stuff.
And the game actually looks quite good. Don't mind, he's actually playing on low graphic because of the lag, the game is still in alpha, right? And I think people are, kind of excited about this game and the community. It's just that when it comes to, their monetization schemes, they're literally charging for more than $100 for access to play the game for alpha, and the game is also gonna be subscription based on top of that, and they were actually charging up to $400 for access to alpha, and then games usually cost like $35-50, but then on top of that we also have to address the social media manipulation. If you go to a lot of these companies' official channels, you will see over positivity, barely any criticism, because a lot of these sites and companies now have the power to manipulate media however they want. Even the mods of the Ashes of Creation moderators are actually the company's official, so they can delete any criticism they want. That's why this Reddit barely has any online users anymore, right? A lot of social medias are like that today, Facebook, YouTube, and I really miss those times, when it was just gamers and just passion, now it's just business and manipulation. And the more you manipulate algorithm, the more you manipulate your viewers, the higher chance you have of success. In fact, you have no chance to make. I think this is one of the biggest problem with capitalism. It pretty much destroys everything, because capitalism was never meant for long-term environment. It was a short-term environment based on illusion. How long can we keep up the illusion, right? And Ashes of Creation is a typical example. They use so many different tactics, marketing schemes. I mean, the creator of this game was pretty much known to use use of marketing schemes. He was even like top 15 in some magazine about marketing schemes they were using. And that's why a lot of these companies love YouTube. Because YouTube is so easy to manipulate. You can delete any comment you want. It's so easy to manipulate algorithm with countless of promotional accounts, you know?
That.
I just wanted to touch on the player feedback for
Go
first-time
for it.
user experience. So, Kraken, yes, you are going to need.
And again, they're using these assets that look 3 times on trailers but are barely in the game. And if you guys watched a very interesting video, there's a very interesting video. There is actually a very interesting video by Stops. You know, I lost $400 on Ashes of Creation. I highly suggest watching this video so you can actually understand the full story, what is going on with Ashes of Creation. It's very interesting video. I highly recommend watching it, you know. But man, I would really love to be a part of the community, but $100, I mean, if I would have a lot of money, you know, $100 maybe not that big of a deal, but then, I mean, it's still big of a deal for me. Never spend more than $30-40 for a game. This is actually a lot of money, $100, and this is like 100 euros. The monthly payment in Europe is like 700 euros, you know, maybe a bit more, a bit less, you know. It's a lot of money, right? But then you also realize we are supporting these capitalism guys who pretty much destroyed everything we love, and you are like, no way I'm supporting these guys, you know. I mean, this was Terra. Do you know Terra? Terra 20 years ago. Terra. Berserker. Like, I watched such videos 7-8 years ago. Right? You know, some of these videos are like 10 years old. Right? This game probably came out like 10 years too late. Let's be honest. See, this is a 13-year-old video, you know. And this game actually had not just step targeting, but also hybrid action combat. Mix of real action combat and tactical. And that's why a lot of these games like Smite, Vindictus, Raiders, Arcade were so popular, because they actually had good action combat, you know. So Ashes of Creation is probably a bit outdated in a lot of the aspects, but I feel like with more development it can become a really cool game, right? So it's one of those things that you just have to wait, and once it's gonna be free to play or maybe a monthly subscription, then I might play it, you know. So, you know, it's cool, you know. And I'm also gonna add a segment about how I hate capitalism and content creation, because I feel like most content creators are kind of quitting, and I'm probably gonna take a bit of a break from content creation. I'm gonna get a job now soon, so I have to divert my energy into different things, you know, to grow in different areas. Maybe one day I'll come back, you know. I play so many different games. I always love the community. It was also an escape, you know, so that's why I also love gaming. So this is why I'm making this video, because in past few days I was watching some Ashes of Creation, because we just got new servers, a new and on top of that, not only are they charging $100 for the fucking alpha, they also didn't make any EU servers, so they didn't have to spend money to make EU servers, right? They didn't even bother with implementing Europe servers, which is like literally the biggest region, right? Like there's so much when you actually take it seriously, it's so much bullshit, you know. So let me know what you guys think, and I hope I see you in the next videos. I'm probably gonna take a bit of a break, so, and I need to take some rest now. Maybe I will watch my guy Aroli. You know, I'm pretty enjoying his Ashes of Creation live stream, and
I mean, the MMORPG
he's like the most popular streamer, and he's really know how to make things exciting.
scene is fucked. This is the one I'm enjoying the most right now.
It's not a bad game actually, you know, so, but it's over expensive, and they use so many bullshit tactics, you know, marketing tactics. It's really hard to support them, but you know, who knows, maybe the game will be good at the end of the day. If it's just gonna to be 10-15 bucks a month to try it out, it's not gonna be bad, you know. But now I just suggest you wait a bit and see, let them cook, you know. But supporting them now, you know, wait, no way they are charging $100 for 3 phases of alpha. I thought it's $100 for all alpha. No way they are charging so much for each phase. I mean, that would be insanity. I don't know, we'll see. Like this is Terra, 15-year-old game, and it looks probably almost better, you know. So yeah.
very new to me too, though.
Because you know, some zones look good, some zones not.
25 is the level cap. Not gonna like it because you already. For us too far.
You see, some zones look so bad, so matchy. You see this?
Arm?
I know he doesn't have max settings, but still, man. But you know, top targeting combat, we'll see what's happening, you know. So that's why we actually loved Smite so much. It was one of the best action combat ever made. But those guys only have this outdated MOBA mentality that only Conquest Dota is competitive, so they pretty much ignored everybody else. And this is why most MOBA studios failed. You know, probably the biggest reason. And why Arena is probably the most open niche on the MOBA market. I highly suggest watching the King's Avatar animation and learn how to make complete MMORPG or MOBA style game. If you love gaming, you're gonna love the King's Avatar animation. You can watch it on YouTube or 9anime, you know. So let me know what you guys think, and see you in the next one. Hope you have a good one. Good day. Peace. And yeah, now I need to rest and focus energy on different things. So see ya, guys. Have fun. But yeah, I think I'm pretty much done with YouTube and social media and content creation now. These platforms, it just feels like they're just used for promotion and manipulation of the media. It's just bots now and fake promotional accounts, and there is no real passion anymore, no real products. Real games like Chimera Land are getting shut down because they simply cannot compete in this capitalism environment. Capitalism was never meant for long term. It was a short term environment, you know, so people could make money and get out, you know. It's based on illusion. How long can you keep up the illusion? That's why social media today is so broken, full of bots, promotional accounts. There is this saying that 50 to 70% of the comments you see on the internet are fake, are not even human. So yeah, it's time to quit. Stop feeding this platform. If these big companies don't care about making their platforms more good for their daily users, then stop supporting them, you know. Like, look how broken YouTube has become, and they never address anything, right? The verify tag abuse, the promo accounts, bots that manipulate algorithms, so otherwise you pretty much have no chance, you know. And then people always say it's just the studio fault, but no, most games today are doing very poorly because they simply cannot compete anymore, and social media is so broken, and content creation is broken, and people are quitting gaming because most games are so incomplete. They're so mismanaged that Smite could be one of the biggest MOBA game on the market even today if they won't simply ignore 70% of their actual player base. If they organize real online tournaments, have healthy ranked and competitive scene for Arena, Jaws and Conquest, right? Not just fucking Conquest Dota, which was like a 20-year-old game mode that was never even designed for esports in the first place, and good watcher experience. A lot of the community representatives, they never really brought the community together, promote discussion. They do literally. Smite Reddit is a typical example how they literally destroyed with management everything, right? We have 6 Smite subreddit instead of 1 with flares. There is no memes or things, videos that promote discussion. We have 6 smite subreddits, again, for no good reason. They implement karma rules, which pretty much destroy any unpopular opinion on this platform and just promote manipulation. So it's insanity, really. And people literally got Reddit white IP banned for just talking about arena ranked, right? TM random, right? That's how divide our communities were for years now. So it's just stop supporting. If they don't care about making their communities healthy, and they don't care about your daily typical user, just stop wasting your time with them. It's not worth it. Start respecting yourself. You know, that's my best advice I can give you guys. And I hope I see you in the next one. Peace.